Ball, netball and basketball, knee surgeons in Australia see more than their fair share. Consequently, some of the most innovative surgery is performed here. Dixie Marshall takes this look at knee reconstructions. What are they? Why are they needed? How are they performed? But just a warning, because of the nature of this story, some of the footage may be disturbing.
The Pies go up to the half-forward line. Mullane puts his body over the ball. In comes Osborne. Crunch, and he looks in trouble.
And he doesn't look too good. He's holding that knee. Let's hope it's not too bad, but...
Oh, down he goes. He's in all sorts of trouble, Buckenara.
It is the most feared injury in sports, a torn cruciate ligament. It requires the most delicate of surgery to repair, dubbed a knee reconstruction.
You know, the agony that goes with it is fairly immense. And
I remember I nearly threw up. The pain was that bad. The pain was just from head to toe.
That was a very hard time for me.
It was sort of like someone was just had a knife in your knee and was turning it round and round.
Be they footballers, netballers or basketballers, 5% of top-class athletes will one day be forced to have a knee reconstruction, most commonly because the anterior cruciate ligament, which controls the twisting and turning movements of the knee, has been damaged.
First of all, I thought I'd broken the knee itself. I heard a big snap as well, so it didn't really sound the best.
I just turned the wrong way and the knee just gave way, and you know, a couple of bangs, pop, pop, and I didn't know what happened, and I tried to get up and couldn't stand up, so that was the end of it.
The injury cost tennis player Peter McNamara his career. Ranked in the top 10 at the time, he battled for 14 months to return, but couldn't lift his ranking above 170, so quit.
I wouldn't go through it again.
Footballer John Todd didn't even get the chance to try. In the 50s, when he broke down, the surgery simply didn't exist. Arguably the finest teenage player of all time, tragically finished before his prime.
Nothing rivals that, and nothing ever will. To be told that your career has come to an end when you're 17 years of age, it's just pretty hard to accept. I was able to play a game, but never the way I wanted to. I was always not allowed to mark and had to stay on a straight line.
35 years on, surgical technology now saves careers like Todd's.
Oh, it's just an amazing operation. You know, 5 years ago I would have been on the sidelines.
Basketballing brothers Mark and Brad Dalton have both had knee reconstructions. Both were back in the NBL within 12 months.
You go from not being able to walk, learning how to walk again, to actually running full tilt again, and that period of time is probably you know, 6 months, 7 months. So.
Obviously, after a knee operation, you don't get back to naturally as good as you were before, but I'm very happy with the success of the operation.
No, you have to start from scratch again. It's basically learning how to walk again.
Footballer Richard Osborne has made a remarkable recovery. He's back playing seniors after just 9 months. Even more extraordinary, the progress of Melbourne's Stephen Clark. He played his first reserves game yesterday, just 4.5 months after a full reconstruction.
There was a lot of down times, but most of the time I tried to keep positive and just tried to work and do all the gym work and then sort of get some rehabilitation back into my knee. So I think keeping a positive attitude was the main thing.
That and a great surgeon, and these from the Austin Hospital are some of the best of those.
It's a technically difficult operation because traditionally it's been difficult to place the substitute ligament, wherever we take it from, in the exact anatomical positions of the real anterior cruciate ligament.
In this operation, a graft of the patella or kneecap tendon will replace the ligament. Holes are drilled at the side of the knee for each insertion.
So that's the drill hole in the top of the knee prepared.
Then the tendon is delicately threaded through.
Sometimes, of course, it gets stuck.
And screwed into place.
A cruciate ligament in the cruciate ligament graft is now in place. All I need is a bit of luck now.
This patient was moving her knee within an hour, and with that, the rehabilitation phase had begun. Peter McNamara's knee was in plaster for 6 weeks. Not anymore. Now the joint is immediately put in motion, and most say that's the key to the quick recoveries. So what of the future? Artificial ligaments may be next. While tests suggest they are indeed stronger, they do pose some innate problems, tending to fray and irritate the joint.
So we've become a little more cautious with the artificial ligaments, where perhaps 3 years ago we were somewhat optimistic. But certainly in terms of the future, that may well be the case.
For now, though, rehabilitation remains at around 6 months. While most will get back to full fitness physically, for some, the mind will never recover.
I was there the day Matthew Armstrong did his knee against Collingwood earlier this season. I really felt sick because I knew straight away. I didn't know at the time. I thought he hurt his shoulder the way he was holding it, but I knew straight after the game what he had to go through, and he was actually in tears, and he was a shattered guy after the game, and it just brought back a few memories.
Hands over the eyes. If I can get up quick enough, if they do slow motion replay, I'm up out of the room. I can't watch. I think I'm a wuss when it comes to knee reconstructions. I tell you, wait till you see it live, and then you'll be a wuss.
I think we're all a wuss today after seeing that story from Dixie Marshall on knee reconstructions. Paul Salmons just had to leave the room, but one terrific story from there is that Stephen Clark, who Dixie mentioned, 4.5 months after his operation, played in the reserves yesterday for Melbourne and kicked a couple of goals. Who knows, we might see him in the finals.